WHO DAT! Everyone was feeling great about our offense in training camp, but that positive buzz just completely vanished today. Alvin Kamara suffered a sprained MCL against the Cowboys and will miss about 1 month. Our star running back might actually miss the season opener against the Lions. Stay until the end and please like and subscribe for daily updates. Alvin Kamara suffered a sprained MCL during a joint practice with the Dallas Cowboys on Tuesday, August 19, 2026, and is now expected to miss 1 month. Losing our primary playmaker this close to September feels like a punch to the gut. Since arriving in New Orleans, he has been the heartbeat of our offense, serving as both a lethal runner and an elite option in the slot. Is this the start of a nightmare season, or can our depth chart hold steady? According to Adam Schefter, the injury could keep him out for our opener against the Detroit Lions. And the more I look at this, I am concerned, but I also want to pump the brakes a little before we panic. With the season looming, how will the front office manage these snap counts? The pressure on the remaining rotation is now immense. Does a 1-month timeline for a sprained MCL actually spell disaster for our opener against Detroit? When I consider that joint practice session with the Dallas Cowboys, the physical toll becomes painfully clear. Think about it this way. Kellen Moore likely spent his entire offseason planning schemes around that specific skill set, so losing him now changes every formation we had penciled in. Our front office historically builds this roster around versatility, but replacing a 10-year veteran in the backfield is a massive headache. Is our current depth chart ready for the snap counts required to fill that void? I suspect the coaching staff is already scrambling to shuffle players across the trenches. I am genuinely nervous about this development, but I also want to pump the brakes a little before we assume the worst, given how unpredictable these preseason recoveries can be. So that is the official word on the injury, but now we need to look at what this actually implies for our season outlook. Here's what people are missing. The absence of a starter for that month means our internal roster depth gets tested immediately. I am worried about how we maintain offensive output while he heals, but I also want to pump the brakes a little before declaring our year over. Does this injury fundamentally alter our ceiling against the Detroit Lions, or can we adjust the snap counts to survive? If we lose momentum early, our standing within the division gets much harder to reclaim. Every single rep in practice counts now, especially with how we value versatility in the trenches. Can our current rotation handle that load without him? I genuinely hate seeing him sidelined, but we must stay focused on the next man up. Having a 10-year veteran out for a month creates a massive vacuum. Yet there is a logical argument that our system can sustain this setback without cratering. By shifting responsibilities, the coaching staff might finally reveal hidden talents within the deeper tiers of the rotation. The part fans are not ready for is how the loss of such a foundational piece forces us to fundamentally rethink our identity during those opening weeks. Could we realistically expect the same offensive output without his specific gravity in the backfield? I am genuinely nervous about this development, but I also want to pump the brakes a little before we assume the worst, given how unpredictable these MCL recoveries can be. My honest take here is that the coaching staff will lean heavily on the remaining personnel to compensate, but we need to see actual execution before feeling confident. When you synthesize these updates with the season ahead, the path forward becomes clearer despite this injury. Losing Alvin Kamara for 1 month is a tough reality, but I trust Kellen Moore to adjust the offensive scheme to protect our production. What makes this even bigger is how it forces our roster to grow before the kickoff against Detroit. Are you confident that our current running back group can maintain their snap counts without him during this window? Or should the front office scout for immediate outside help? I want to hear from you in the comments below about your outlook on our depth chart while our veteran heals. Does this specific injury timeline change your expectations for our win total this year? Or do you expect us to stay consistent? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. WHO DAT?